Good evening, everyone, and welcome inside Beagley Center in Youngstown, Ohio, where tonight the Youngstown State Penguins are set to host the Binghamton Bearcats in the first round of the 2018 Women's Basketball Invitational. I'm Dre Smith, alongside my partner Mike Yorstowski. Very happy to have you aboard for some postseason tournament basketball. The Penguins out of the Horizon League finished the season at 16-15, and the Bearcats from the America East Conference come in at 19-11. This is the first meeting between these two schools in women's basketball. It's time to take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's matchup. First, for the Binghamton Bearcats out of Binghamton, New York, Kai Moon will start at point guard for the Bearcats, sophomore guard. At the 2 will be Imani Watkins, who is the best player for this Binghamton team, leads the team in scoring at over 20 points per game. She is a tremendous guard on the perimeter. Also, in the starting lineup for the Bearcats, we have Alyssa James, a 6'1" senior center who is third in the nation in shots blocked. She is a tremendous player down low, and she will be joined in the front court by Kaylee Wasco and Rebecca Carmody. And now for the Youngstown State Penguins, who will host this first round game of the WBI. At point guard, as always, will be India Benjamin, the 5'6" senior point guard from Lima, Ohio. At the 2 guard will be Nikki Arbanis, the 5'7" junior guard who is tied with Benjamin for the all-time three-point record here at Youngstown State. At the 3 will be the phenomenal freshman Chelsea Olsen. At the 4, Ann Seacrest, fellow freshman. And in the middle will be Sarah Cash, the leading scorer and rebounder for the Penguins. And time to bring in my partner, Mike Yorstowski. Mike, great to be back with you for some March Madness. Let's preview a few key players to watch tonight.
Yeah, Dre, this game's going to be exciting here, and this tournament is very exciting, as you said. It's March Madness here in Youngstown, and for this Binghamton team, as you talked about, Imani Watkins, over 20 points per game. She does only shoot it at 29% from 3, but YSU has to be very cautious of her. She doesn't like to use the ball screens a lot. She rejects a lot of ball screens, so you cannot have that first step backwards guarding her. She will make you pay from behind the arc, and she'll, even in the 15 range, 5 feet range. And Alyssa James in the center for Binghamton, as you said, third in the country in block shots. She's a tremendous shot blocking artist. I think that's going to be a good matchup to watch. If Sarah Cash's post moves against Alyssa James' shot blocking ability, that's something that YSU, I know they're going to want to go to early and maybe try to get a couple quick fouls on Alyssa James.
And the head coaches for the programs in the WBI here tonight for the visiting Binghamton Bearcats. Linda Simino is the head coach for the Bearcats in her 4th season leading the program. She was the 2016 America East Coach of the Year, and she's done a tremendous job with this program, leading them to a 19-11 overall record coming into the tournament. They were 10-6 in the America East Conference and 10-4 on the road. So they're going to come in with a lot of confidence. This is the first ever national postseason appearance for Binghamton. Their first as a Division I school. Their last appearance in a postseason tournament was the Division II first round in the Division II NCAA tournament back in 1999. On the other side, Youngstown State is back in the WBI for the second time in the last 3 years. They made it to the semifinals of the WBI in 2016. They got wins over Stony Brook and UMBC here at Beagley Center before falling to the eventual champion Louisiana on the road in the semifinals. Youngstown State's playing in a postseason tournament for the 3rd time in the last 4 years and for the 4th time in 6 years. So John Barnes has done a tremendous job as this program won 10 of their last 13 games this season to come in at 16-15 and earn this postseason berth. We're about ready to start. Binghamton and Youngstown State, the first ever meeting between these two schools in women's basketball, as Sarah Cash and Alyssa James will jump it up at center court. Great to have you with us for this postseason first round. The ball's in the air, and the first possession will go to Binghamton as Kai Moon, the sophomore point guard, will handle.
On offense here for Binghamton, you're going to see a lot of ball screens on the wing, and Imani Watkins, that's what she'll do right there, hit the step back.
Right off the bat, Imani Watkins, the senior guard from High Point, North Carolina, leading scorer in Binghamton history, hits the step back 2 to give the Bearcats an early lead.
And she rejected that ball screen. Everything we said they were going to do at the top of the broadcast, she did exactly that on that first possession, and very smooth, the lefty jump shot for Watkins.
Here's Ann Seacrest, gives back to fellow freshman Chelsea Olsen. Olsen named to the Horizon League All-Freshman team this year, throws it into Cash, working against the shot blocker James, goes up, left it short, gets her own rebound, got blocked, but gets it back again, able to reset to India Benjamin out top, the stellar senior point guard, all-time leader in assists, games played, games started here at Youngstown State. Olsen for 3, no good, and James has the rebound.
And YSU's going to go to that matchup with Cash and James pretty early in this game.
Rebecca Carmody at the other end, left it short. Seacrest outlets to Benjamin. Benjamin works down into the forecourt, finds Seacrest. Benjamin and her teammate Nikki Arbanis both tied for the school record in three-pointers at Youngstown State, each with 204 in their career. Ball tipped out of bounds.
Bearcats play a lot of man-to-man defensively. Nothing too crazy defensively for this team, but YSU, they have to be ready for it. Binghamton likes the pressure up front with Watkins and Moon and that guard position.
Penguins are led by head coach John Barnes in his 5th season at the helm here in Youngstown. Chelsea Olsen has it on the wing. Ball tipped as she tried to get it into the post, and Carmody comes away with the steal for Binghamton.
Active hands by Carmody. That's exactly what Binghamton wants to do. Trying to get that ball into Cash, making the entry very hard for YSU, and they turn it over on their second possession of the game.
Moon works off a screen. She averaged nearly 12 points a game this year, a talented sophomore guard. Here's Carmody going to drive on Olsen. Little pull-up is short. Cash wasn't expecting the ball to come her way. It bounces to Seacrest. Here comes Benjamin. Going to speed down, little pull-up jumper on the way, and in, and the Penguins are on the board.
That's where YSU feels that they can take advantage. In transition, this team doesn't sprint back very good or well in transition. India Benjamin, she's very quick in the open court. Did a nice job in establishing a quick ball screen from Cash, hitting that 10-footer.
Binghamton finished the season in 3rd place of the America East standings. Did lose 3 straight coming into this tournament. Here's Watkins, pull up from the elbow. Too strong, and Olsen has the rebound. Watkins, the all-time leading scorer in Binghamton history, the America East Player of the Year. Benjamin works off a screen, gonna find Sarah Cash. Cash averages 11.5 a game, best for the Penguins, steps through, left hand, no good, and there's that defensive presence of Alyssa James.
Yeah, that post entry for Cash was just caught a little bit too high. Tough to do anything with it at the elbow. Probably would like to see her kick that ball out and try to reestablish position, but a good job by James, not letting her get there on the offensive block.
James, the 3-time defending Defensive Player of the Year in the America East Conference, the niece of Patrick Ewing. And here's a block called against Youngstown State as Sarah Cash is going to get whistled for the personal, her first, with 7:01 to go in the first period.
Fans here in Beagley Center don't like that first call of the game, and say that Cash was still moving a little bit on the screen here. Yeah, just a little bit, didn't have her feet established for really a whole second before drawing that would have been charge.
Mary Dunn checks into the game for the Penguins, number 15, replacing Cash, the sophomore forward from Washington, PA. Here's a step back, Watkins, that's too long, and Dunn has her first rebound.
Penguins got to make Watkins go to her right. She doesn't like to go to her right at pretty much at all offensively, pretty much all left.
That nifty lefty. Here's the post-entry pass to Dunn, who's double-teamed, goes up anyway and scores. Mary Dunn puts the Penguins ahead for the first time.
Really good job by Dunn. We've seen her get a lot better at that over the season of getting the ball and catching it high and keeping it high, chinning it, and not letting a post come down and strip it.
Into the lane, shot no good. Kai Moon fights for the rebound, and they will call a foul on Youngstown State underneath as India Benjamin is going to pick up her first personal, second on the Penguins. Natalie Myers is going to check in for Youngstown State, sophomore forward, number 24. She had a career-high 12 points in the Penguins' quarterfinal game in Detroit in the Horizon League tournament. Had a career-high 12 in that game, 4 threes. Youngstown State won in the quarterfinals in Detroit at Motor City Madness and then lost to Green Bay in the semis. Here's Watkins. That shot rims out. Olsen with the rebound. Freshman from Westby, Wisconsin, finds Benjamin. They wanted to get it to Dunn. Now she'll come up and set a screen for Benjamin. Thinking about the three, now works to the foul line. Olsen working against Watkins into the lane. Little runner on the way, and it drops in. Chelsea Olsen makes it 6-2 YSU.
Good balance by Olsen. Good defense there by Watkins. Almost had the steal. Olsen stuck with it and got the floater to go. YSU, they're facing a very good player in Watkins, but they've seen their fair share of really good guards on the Horizon League. Chelsea Welsh has been very good. Player of the Year in this conference.
Alyssa James goes right by Mary Dunn and scores. The senior center from Rosedale, New York, stops a 6-0 YSU run to make it 6-4.
I don't think the Penguins have seen a shot blocker like James, though, this season. As you said, Dre, 3rd in the country in block shots.
And a traveling violation called against Mary Dunn as she went to make her move in the post. And Sarah Cash will quickly check back in for John Barnes, replacing Dunn.
This is the important part of the game now. Sarah Cash with 1 foul, Dre.
Have to be careful here. You got to think they'll go back to James, try and get that second foul, which would be a big blow for YSU early. Here's James, gets to Kai Moon. A couple new players into the game for Binghamton. Jasmine Sina, number 10, a guard. and also Carly Bowen, number 32. Here's James, goes to work, misses the shot, but able to track down her own miss. Doubled in the corner. Tip ball going to go off of James, and Youngstown State will have it with just about 5 minutes to go in the opening period.
That's exactly what we thought there in that possession. Went right into James, worked right at Sarah Cash. Good defense by Cash, though, to stay vertical. Still had her presence felt there, and James missed that left-handed layup.
Benjamin handles up top. Here's Natalie Myers, the sophomore. Under 5 to go in the opening period in this first round WBI matchup. The winner will face the winner of Northeastern and Yale. Those two teams will play tomorrow evening at Northeastern. Bounce pass from Benjamin to Olsen. Out to Myers. Locks, loads, no good. And Watkins comes flying in for the rebound. Watkins speeds to the other end. She is a quick guard with the ball in her hands. Goes all the way. The scoop with the right hand, no good. Here's Nikki Arbanis, the junior. Throws it ahead to Olsen. Now Myers up top will swing it into the hands of Benjamin, and Benjamin was trying to get it to Cash. The pass way off the mark. Cash was forced to try and save it and threw it away. Cena works into the forecourt, finds Moon. Moon, the sophomore from Bolingbrook, Illinois, had 17 points and 7 rebounds in the last game for the Bearcats. Here's James underneath. Wild shot, no good. Good job by Cash to contest.
Yeah, YSU will live with those shots. James is a little bit out of control when she goes working into that paint there, but she's very capable of making those shots. So you got to have the presence there, but not be too aggressive defensively and make James take tough shots. She's taken 2 tough ones in the past when she's missed them.
Arbanis for 3. She drilled it. Nikki Arbanis, the junior from Hermitage, Pennsylvania, has her first points, and it's 9-4, Youngstown State.
Nikki Urbanis back on top of the 3-point record here at Youngstown State. Her and India Benjamin, they were tied at 2:04. Now Benjamin sits atop. Think Benjamin's thing, or Urbanis sits atop. I think Benjamin's thinking about that. We saw it against Cleveland State a couple weeks ago. They went back and forth with each other.
Here's Kai Moon, pull-up jumper on the way, and she drills it. Kai Moon answers to make it 9-6. Arbanis with that 3 on the last possession for Youngstown State, now with 61 triples on the year to lead the Penguins. She has now made at least 53s in 3 different years. First Penguin in program history to make 53s in 3 different seasons. We'll step aside, first break of the first period. 3:06 to go in the opening quarter. YSU 9, Binghamton 6, back after this.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
The Horizon League men's and women's basketball championships invade Little Caesars Arena March 2nd through 6th with an NCAA tournament automatic bid at stake. Don't miss your chance to see elite college basketball action as all 10 Horizon League teams battle for conference bragging rights. Fans can reserve their seat by contacting their university box office today. For more information, visit horizonleague.com. Experience Motor City Madness at Little Caesars Arena March 2nd through 6th.
You're looking to your future, preparing for your goals, and they're closer than you think. Because here, success is part of the plan. It's a place where academic and social opportunities are meant to prepare you for life, not just the next 4 years. You'll be equipped to face new challenges and turn hard work into a career. You're ready for your success to take root. And here's where it starts. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
The Penguin Club at Youngstown State provides the financial support that allows all YSU student-athletes to succeed.
As a Penguin Club member, you'll receive great benefits like priority season tickets, game day parking, and access to hospitality rooms.
Thanks to the Penguin Club, our student-athletes are given the chance to win a championship and, more importantly, earn a degree.
To join the Penguin Club, call 330-941-1YSU or go to ysusports.com for more information.
You're here to be part of something bigger, to make things happen. For you, college is about knowledge being shared and learning experiences that aren't limited to the classroom. On campus, you want to matter. It's about engaging every day, building relationships with students, with mentors, with the community, in the heart of a reinvented city. We are that something bigger. We are Youngstown State University, and proud.
Welcome back inside Beagley Center. 3:06 left to go here in the first quarter between Youngstown State and Binghamton in this first round of the 2018 Women's Basketball Invitational. As we mentioned, the winner of this ball game will advance to the quarterfinals to face the winner of Northeastern and Yale, who will face off tomorrow night at Northeastern. And that game likely to be here at Beagley Center on Sunday. So Penguins will be trying to make a run to the semifinals again and hopefully beyond for John Barnes and his team, as they made it to the semifinals 2 years ago of the WBI. Back here against Binghamton, India Benjamin with the basketball up top, finds Arbanis. She's already hit 1 3 just before we went to break. Here's Olsen, the freshman, 4-time freshman of the week in the Horizon League this season. One-on-one with Jasmine Sina, gonna go to work. Now throws to Myers, who was not expecting it, and that's a mistake by Olsen as the shot clock was just about expired.
Yeah, that's an inexcusable mistake there by Youngstown State coming out of the timeout. You got to know how much time is on the shot clock, and Olsen and Myers didn't have any idea, and a defensive stop for Binghamton, and that's just a young mistake there by a couple young players for Youngstown State.
Alyssa James, couple jab steps, missed the elbow jumper, and Olsen has another rebound. Chelsea Olsen now already with 4 rebounds in the ball game.
And that's a shot YSU will live with James shooting that contested 15-footer.
Good feed from Benjamin to Seacrest, and they're going to call a block against Imani Watkins as she came over from the weak side. And that'll be the first against Watkins, and 2 shots coming for Seacrest.
Good job by Seacrest here. She recognized Watkins coming over. Instead of going straight up with the basketball, had a nice jump stop, which then caused that block call. She would have run straight up with the basketball, would have been a charge. She came to a stop and got the block call on Watkins.
Seacrest able to rattle in the first free throw. And Seacrest, 6-foot freshman forward from Claypool, Indiana, was the first YSU freshman to start a season opener since 2009-2010 when she started in the opener at Pittsburgh earlier this year. Today, the 17th start of the year for Seacrest, who's been a big part of this team in her first year. Second free throw, no good, and a rebound pulled down by Kaylee Wasco.
Alyssa James out of the game right now for Binghamton, and Sarah Cash is waiting at the scores table to check in for Youngstown State. They recognize when James isn't out there, that could be their opportunity.
And Wasco trying to go to work on Seacrest, traveled, and the ball goes back to Youngstown State with just over 2 minutes to go in the first.
Fairly confident this offense possession here from Youngstown State. It's going to be ran through Sarah Cash in the post with James on the bench. Try to get Sarah Cash going. It was very pivotal in the Horizon League tournament against Milwaukee, 20 points.
Here's Cash, good call, Mike, and that's why you're the color analyst, as Benjamin goes right to Cash for the bucket.
Yeah, those are the things you see as you watch the team throughout the season, and nice job by India Benjamin and Sarah Cash. They developed a very good chemistry really lately in this season with the pick and roll, and an easy 2 for the Penguins.
YSU by 6, here's Watkins, goes up right hand and scores. She is an impressive offensive player. She has her second field goal to make it 12-8.
That's good defense by YSU. That's just better offense by Watkins. That's the way you want to force her is right.
Myers swings to Arbanis for 3. Yes, ma'am. Nikki Arbanis is 2 for 2. 15-8 Penguins.
Really good lift by Arbanis. Caught that one in rhythm. That was almost right in front of us. And as soon as she shot that, I knew that one was going in. Really good angle. Really good arch on her shot.
Imani Watkins with a little step back 3 off the front of the iron. Rebound for Olsen, and now John Barnes wants his senior point guard Benjamin to slow things down, get into a set.
Comes another set here for Cash. Try to get her in the post here on one side.
Olsen on the wing, guarded by Watkins. Here's screen and roll. There's Cash again, all the way to the bucket. Waits for the defender to pass and scores. Too easy as Sarah Cash goes right in and scores. Timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here with 54.4 on the first quarter clock. And right now, Sarah Cash is on the way.
Oh, that's what you want to do for YSU. I mean, you talk about the ball screen. James goes out. You know you got a really good post player in Sarah Cash. You isolate her to one side. You bring Natalie Myers out of there so the block and the paint isn't congested. And you work to that open side and get the 2 easy layups. And this time out, Alyssa James is checked back in for Binghamton as head coach Linda Simino can't really see that anymore. 2 quick layups, and she was very upset with her post as they knew it was coming too, and YSU just beat them to it.
Sarah Cash, leading scorer and rebounder for the Penguins, scored 12 points in the Penguins' last game, which was a 66-45 loss against Green Bay at Little Caesars Arena in Detroit, the semifinals of the Horizon League tournament. Cash reached 1,000 points for her career in that ball game in Detroit as she was honored before the game here today. Came into today 19th all-time in scoring in program history as she became the 20th player in program history to reach 1,000 points. And India Benjamin reached 1,000 earlier this year as well. The first YSU teammates to reach 1,000 in the same season since the 99-2000 season. Here's Kai Moon up top for Lizzie Spindler. Here's a three that just falls off the iron. Tipped into the hands of Cash, and Benjamin will slow things down.
Only a 32% behind the arc is this Binghamton team, so YSU will live with that shot. But you got to be physical on the box out. You see Alyssa James, even on that possession, she didn't get the offensive rebound. She got her hand on it. This team crashes the glass hard. All 5 girls will crash the glass hard for this Bearcats team.
6 on the shot clock. Benjamin's got to go. 4 on the shot clock, working against Moon. 2, down to 1. Benjamin, runner in the lane, hits off the back of the iron and goes in. India Benjamin, sometimes that's just the way it goes. The senior point guard. Here's a long shot from Watkins that nearly went in. And that is the end of the first, as India Benjamin with a big bucket to end the period. Puts YSU up 11, 19-8 at the end of 1 here in Beagley Center. We'll step aside and be back with the second period right after this.